Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Centre for Film and Theatre at York University in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. During the COVID 19 crisis in 2020, we were asked to leave the university, and a number of students had gotten together in mid April after the shutdown, and as kind of a therapeutic exercise, decided to recreate the Centre for Film and Theatre, at least the theatre part of it, in Minecraft. So, for those of you from York, Michael, Nathan, Nicholas, Ellie, Julian, and Z was in briefly, I think, for a bit. I might be remembering incorrectly. Clinus popped in. Jacob definitely popped in for a couple of seconds, and they were assisted by my daughter for a tiny bit as well, which is at the box office over there, and Starbucks, and the seating area here. And this is into the fireside lounge, which I think we made a little bit high. That was my fault. I think I had an extra brick. There's no real fire in real life in the fireside lounge. Yeah, it's a little high. It's not that we didn't love the film section. It was that we all had to leave the university in a pretty big hurry, and the focus at the time was to get our final show of the year up and running and do a performance, which turned into a live stream before everything shut down. So this entire build is almost the entire build is based off of memory. We saw a couple photos online, but that was about it. So this is the Joseph G. Green Studio Theater, which is a 50 by 50 by 20 foot black box. These are the seating risers. We didn't bother with chairs. And that's the set of the fall production, Goodnight Desdemona, Good Morning Juliet. And pretty faithfully recreated. Oh, Kalina died a terrible death. This is where we usually keep my hard hat. Apparently, one of the students put it there. Oh, she's okay. That's good. This is door to the box office. And then we're going to head up to the control room. Everything was a little compacted because Minecraft blocks are a meter by a meter by a meter. So the measurements made things a little bit squishy. The sound area with the amp rack and everything. You can look down into the theater and the stage manager station. And this is the lighting area. You don't usually have to leap to get to it, but yeah, Minecraft. And we're going to head to the backstage left hallway as we're heading down into what is also not just backstage, but also the design studios hallway. First, we're going to look at the call board with all the different jobs. There's makeup and props and wardrobe and audio and lighting and running crew. And CARP. In real life, this is where the first year students find out where when their different calls are for their different crews, because all the first year university theater students have to support the shows. I was totally impressed with what the students had come up with for making the dressing rooms in here and recreating the mirrors with banners and the makeup mirror lights with frames and flowers was just brilliant. It was awesome. Third year design studio and a whiteboard and some lighting. It's hard to do design studio lights. This is the fourth year design studio with their professor at the front of the room and shelving, and the fourth year design students working on this. Worked really hard on getting that room right. This is kind of a general all-purpose classroom with a blackboard on the side and a whiteboard at the front of the room. And yeah, there are sinks in all those rooms because they're design studios. And this is the lighting lab, or LX, or Electrics for short. This is where I built a bunch of the stuff. Apparently there's an electrician up a ladder right there. There's a little bulletin board and chalkboard there. There's no such thing as directional lighting in Minecraft, so everything is ambient. So you can't quite get theater lighting in here. But there's a grid and some lights and a cyc and masking and cable racks and a dimmer rack and the control booth area with the lighting pipes, like where we store our lighting instruments, and gel filing cabinets. This is the old carp shop, which is now turned into storage because they have a nicer, newer, fancier carp shop in the next building over. And the fume hood, the paint area. We're going to head into the hall and turn to the right and go to the wardrobe, which, there we go. Wardrobe tables and looms were representing sewing machines. Those aren't actually on fire in real life. Those are steam irons. Ellie and Julian in real life were the work studies who cleaned this whole back area up, which is why Ellie put that thing on there. And Ellie was the mastermind between recreating all of this wardrobe in Minecraft, which she did with love and care. And that's Sylvia's office. I was going to put a sign up and then went, forget it. We're on a tour. There's no time for signs. Wardrobe hooks back there. Fitting room in here. And totally impressed by mirrors and everything. Some Judy's. There's apparently a naked person back there. The dye room, which we're really fortunate to have in real life. And I'm just totally impressed by all of the creativity and the ingenuity in taking the limited, I mean, there are a lot, but all the weird, bizarre options in Minecraft. There's the recycling bins and garbage bins on the side and front of house displays on our left, and representing this real life Center for Film and Theater in Minecraft. You can see the black void of the Center for Fine Arts back there. And there's Michael and Kalina. They're doing their own little tour. And the detail on the back of the building facing the south-facing side of the building is just awesome. A big chimney stack on the outside of the fireside lounge. This is an actual legitimate missing piece of art in real life. There's a sculpture that's been missing for I don't know how many months at this point. So that's the construction hoarding up. And this is me finding out that just like in real life, you go to try those doors and they're always locked. I couldn't get at them from that side. So they focus on the Center for Film and Theater because almost everything was done out of memory. So just think about the fact that almost all of this is done out of memory. And that's the washroom areas. And then we're just going to take a quick peek over at the student production manager office. And it's just amazing. This was built over about 10 hours on one day in mid-April. And congratulations, everyone who worked on it. You guys did all did an amazing job. And that's the film area disappearing into the void. So thanks for taking the tour with us.